Y254. Imagine.
Welcome to the Powertalk show with me, Dominic. It's another Wednesday, and I have the NIB students. Mko wapi? Musiniangushe. Make some noise. Also make some noise for the band. We've got the band now. Wait a minute. Someone, what's the name of the band?
Mizizi yetu.
Mizizi yetu. All right. So we've got your name, Eugene,
Bradley,
Karangi, Veloni, Nikita. They are going to be rocking the show. Don't go away. Today we are celebrating the birthdays. And even before I talk about that, you know, this has been, I think, a crazy week. Last, we have the one governor got arrested. I hope, you know, we are praying that something will end up with something. We don't know how, you know, whether this corruption fight will end with any conviction. But the biggest news we had was we have been losing people. Ken Okot, the Kibra MP, died of cancer. Joyce Laboso, governor of Bomet County, and even before that we had Bob Collymore, you know, and it reaches a point and one keeps wondering how will this continue? Is this going to keep going on and on and on? And to a point some people start wondering what is wrong with Kenya. Has God forgotten us, or are we cursed, or what is happening? Why is the cancer? And you know, sometimes you can also be afraid and ask, you know, am I next, or someone I love, is that person next? And so we pray for their families and the people that they served, and we pray that also that they may rest in peace. And at the same time, we remember that there are thousands of people who are not as prominent, who are losing their loved ones, who are dying because of cancer and other diseases. And we also pray that their families may be consoled even as we condole with those prominent people who have passed on together with their families and the people that we served. So welcome to the Powertalk show. It's another Wednesday. And today, as I mentioned to you, we are celebrating birthdays. And we've got a great band with us, and they're going to start the show. And today is a good day because we are starting a Facebook page specifically for this show. It's called the Powertalk Show. So what you need to do is look for the page, the Powertalk Show, and like the page. And we are going to post something about the show in a few minutes. And I want you to like that post. And if you are a July baby, you post your name there, and I'm going to give you a shout out. But before we continue, let me give the band to open the show for us, and then I'll be back in a minute.
Oh,
chunjo ping. Jigombo nene. Jigombo nene. Jigombo nene. Jigombo nene chunjo ping. Jigombo nene. Jigombo nene. Jigombo nene. Jigombo nene chunjo ping.
I'm sure you're wondering if Larry Madowo is singing. Yes, he's right there. Larry Madowo is right there. He's singing. All right. Now, collective, Mrs. Collective, Mrs. Yetu Collective. That's, I guess, the Luo, right? Yeah. What's it all about? The song. Tell us a bit about the song.
It's a song where the Luos used to cry out to the Lord that the light is coming, so we should go. We should be saved. We should all collect to be
okay.
With the Lord.
With the Lord, okay.
It's easy and
because now I didn't know exactly what the song was all about. It's beautiful to listen to, and you have a great voice, especially the soprano. I didn't know. Okay, so remember what I've mentioned to you. Today we're starting the Facebook page, the Powertalk Show. And today, my guests are the July babies. I'm a July baby, Saba Saba. I was born in 77, so I'm also enjoying this show as part of celebrating my life. So I am going to give you a shout out if you go to our Facebook page, the Powertalk Show that we have started today, and like the page and comment there, whether it's today is your birthday and something that you're grateful for, and I'm going to give you a shout out, okay? And as we celebrate life, we should ask ourselves the question, what is life all about? See, we live in a country where I was very surprised when the CBK governor said only 1.1 million Kenyans have 100,000 shillings and above in their bank accounts. Even if you were to add those who do not put money in the bank, we will not even go maybe beyond 2 million. Out of 50 million people, give or take. That means that's less, that's around 5% or less, maybe actually less than 5%, all right? Around 2 or 3%. That's a very small number. Many of us are going through a lot of struggles of different kind, from the family setting to employment to different kinds of struggle. But today we are celebrating life nonetheless with all these challenges. So what is life all about? And I want you to watch this video clip by Prince Iya, and I hope you get inspired. As you watch this clip, ask yourself whether you are living life to the highest, the highest possible that you can. See, when you are faced with two choices between death and life, you've got to ask yourself, if I sit and moan and complain and decide that there is nothing more that I can do, will your life get better? All right? See, your parents can separate, you can get sick, you might lose a job, and you say, well, I have tried, I've given my best, and I'm done. What happens is you start sliding towards the worst. What you want to do is stop doing the little things that you can to make a difference in your life right now. And as you get inspired by this clip, I do hope you start living even a life that is even more enjoyable and more energetic. But before I show you the clip, I think I'm going to take it back to the band. This is Yetu Collective to give us another song, and then after the song, we'll go straight to the video clip. Don't go away.
uko sawa. Penda, 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 deka, kila kitu kiko beta. Penda, 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 deka, kila kitu kiko beta. Niwe kama wewe, unibebe, niwe kama wewe, nikupendeze, nikupendeze, nikupendeze. Kuliko jana, kuliko jana, kuliko jana. Yesu nipende leo kuliko jana, kuliko jana, kuliko jana. Yesu nipende leo kuliko jana, kuliko jana, kuliko jana. Yesu nipende leo kuliko jana.
Who among you are celebrating birthdays this month? First of all, there's today. Today. There's there's someone there. Hey, there's another birthday boy right there. Perfect. This month. All the same two. And also we've got someone in the band. What's your name, sir? Veloni. Yes. Make some noise for Veloni, people. Yeah. I'll be talking to you in a bit. Now, as I mentioned to you, I want us to watch this clip by Prince Ear, and I hope you'll get something from it. I hope it inspires you, and I hope it gives you the encouragement you need to live a better and even more hopeful life.
Do you know what day of the week you are most likely to die from a heart attack? Take a guess. I'll give you a second. It's Monday. Care to guess what time? It is between 8 and 9 a.m. Do you know what else happens Monday at 8? That is the same day and time people get ready to go into jobs they hate. Coincidence? I don't think so. Take a look at this chart. This is the lifespan of the average person. On average, we live about 80 years. If we're lucky, we start working at about 18, and we work, and retire at about 67. Now, what does this tell you? That for better or for worse, the majority of your life will be spent at work. Do not spend that time unhappy. Like my friend Jay. See, Jay would always say, when I finish school, then I'll be happy. Well, Jay finished school, but he wasn't happy. So then Jay said, when I get a job, then I'll be happy. Jay got a job, but he still wasn't happy. So Jay said, when I get married, settle down, and have kids, then I'll be happy. Well, he got married, settled down, had 2 kids, but still wasn't happy. So then Jay said, okay, when the kids leave home and I retire, then I'll be happy. Well, the kids left home and he retired, but he still wasn't happy. So Jay started going to church. And I asked Jay why he was going to church so much. And he said, because when I die, then I'll be happy. Jay's story, however sad, is not unique. I could have replaced Jay with Johnny or Bonnie. In fact, Jay's initials stand for just about everybody. Many of us are like Jay, but it is not our fault. We have been tricked to stay stuck in jobs that are literally making us sick, and to be and then people. You know about the and then people, right? It's people who constantly say, and then I'll be happy. Ladies and gentlemen, we must go from living as and thens to becoming right nows. We have to be happy right now. How? We must either find a job we love or bring more love into our jobs. It is time to step out of the rat race. Because the funny thing is, even if you win, make a load of money, hold up the trophy that everybody hails, you're still a furry rodent with a pointy nose and long tail. Wake up. Stop playing with your life. This ain't a video game. This ain't Mario Kart. This ain't Fortnite. There is no try again button, no option to redo this level. When the game's over, game's over. But there is one cheat code to the human console, and that is to take control and to stop buying into the lies society has told, like how overworking is cool and being stressed out is a status symbol. Oh, and I almost forgot the biggest lie. Keep a work-life balance. Now, on the surface, you may not see how crazy that sounds, but think about it. Work-life balance? Shouldn't it be the other way around? Shouldn't life come before work? Because when your life is better, your work is better? But don't take my opinion. Harvard professor Sean Achor recently discovered something fantastic, which he calls the happiness advantage. His studies prove that 75% of job success can be predicted by not how smart you are, not how talented you are, but how happy you are. His research is decisive. He says when you're happy, your intelligence rises, creativity rises, your productivity rises. And you know what else is funny? You also make more money. But here's the real kicker. You live longer too. I know, it sounds too good to be true, but yes, optimists actually live longer than pessimists, so you could stretch this graph a few extra years if this time here is filled with more joy and cheer. Let me be clear, do not take this message lightly. It is your duty to be happy, for your own sake. I don't care if you're here at the end, it is never too late to trade in your deadlyhood for a livelihood and refuse to suffer during the weekdays. Ironic they call it that, because you're literally in a weekdays where you're constantly waiting for the weekend. See, I believe so many people die of heart attacks because they are involved in work that their hearts are just not in. I believe people have low vital signs because they are involved in work that is not vital to them. My friends, happiness is a choice, but anyone who says it's easy has lied. It ain't easy, but you have to try. The first step is to look inside and remember the quote that the Buddha wrote 2,000 years ago, which I believe today for most people still applies. The problem is, you think you have time. Stop wasting your life.
Welcome back to the Powertalk Show, and I hope that clip by Prince Iya has inspired you to stop wasting your life and put your game together. You know, there was a manager who was saying recently how he invited some young people for employment, and he said he wants them to for a certain position, and more than 100 of them signed up to go for the interview. But on the actual day of the interview, a few didn't show up, and they didn't say they're not going to show up. Some others came late, and a good many had not even done any background check on the company that they wanted to be employed by. You know, that's how you show that you're not really serious. You know, you could be saying they are not job, but on the other hand, are you making sure that you are putting your game together so that you know that you show that you also are a serious person? And before even I mention a few things here. I'm told for today we still need to go to our old Facebook page. There is some post there already, And I want you to go and comment there if it's your birthday or you want to wish somebody a birthday who was celebrating the month of July. Go to a Facebook page. There is a post there and comment there, and I'm going to be giving a shout out in a few. Now, before I give to the band, back to the band to continue with the entertaining us today, I just want to say a few things. You know, you need to develop good habits that are going to elevate you to another level. And you know, a habit, the definition of a habit is a repeated action, what you repeatedly do. And some of the bad habits that can prevent you from living your best life is, let's say, procrastination, avoiding to do what you need to do because possibly it challenges you, possibly because you're afraid of failing, or possibly because you are not very good at managing time. Another one that can pull you down is keeping bad friends, people who have no dreams, who have no goals, people who are not willing to go the extra mile, people who are not dreaming of making the world a better place, but simply talk about changing only small little places. You need to change your life to high quality friends, all right? Something else is lacking written goals. You know, I'm a psychologist, and one of the things that I tell my clients is there is nothing like goals that are not written. If you don't write them, they're nothing more than wishes. You've got to write them down on a piece of paper. Not trusting yourself enough, not trusting God enough, and not believing that God can achieve a lot through you in spite of where you're coming from. Not forgiving, and as I've told you in this place before, forgiving is not forgetting, it's not trusting, it's not even reconciling with the person who hurt you, it's letting go of the anger and pain that is clouding your judgment. It's, you know, not saving the money that you make. Remember, saving is not what you keep aside after expenditure. Saving is what you save before expenditure. So you need to think about that. And above all, not being grateful. You know, one of the biggest predictors of happiness is being grateful. Writing one or two things that you feel you're grateful today in the evening before you go to bed and say, today I'm grateful for 1 and 2. That alone is going to increase your happiness. And as we've watched from Prince here, you are responsible for your happiness. I hope whatever we are sharing with you today is going to improve your life in one way or the other and make you live your life in a different plane. And as we continue now, let me take it back to Mrs. Yet Collective, who are going to continue rocking the show. And then when we come back, we're going to now play some games and cut some cake. Go to our Facebook page, as I've mentioned to you, and comment there. Wish somebody a birthday, or if it's yours, comment there. Say what you're grateful for. And I'm going to be giving you a shout out in a bit.
Cup of tea, make your dreams come to reality. Nothing can stop me when you belong to me. You are my speciality.
utani utani mtoto kanipenda, sura shepu na tabia zote tik. Nyuma nao kikondakta amebeba beba, utavunja shingo if you look back at it. Heshima me from the first time I saw you, my heart kept a beat. Na nakumbuka ilikuwa smile yako ndio ni sweep off my feet. Sio siri that hisia zangu ushazinasa kiculprit. Mabeshto usema niliangukia na ilikuwa niliangukia. Juku wangu wewe ndo malkia, napenda unavyoringa troza skando, inafaa kuona pia kama umevaa rinda. Lino na miakezani ghetto na hapa kijeshi nitakulinda. Na usijali leo tukikula ugali mrenda, kesho nitawak my ass off tuishi maisha full of splendor. Mungu atubariki na mapacha Linda na Belinda. Ndio uko faa but wewe ndo unanifaa. Nina mahanja mzangu nataka ulete pizo zako, kisauti soul nikushike and make it short and sweet. Na unajua the end of it you'll be able to feel your feet. Anyway babe, so unajua kasol yako kiatu, I'm always down for you. Hata roses yache kuwa red na sky yache kuwa blue, bado wewe ndo my baby boo. Ambia machali fisi to back off ama kimewether one by one itawa switch off. Mini bone crusher ukiwa na mimi you got nothing to be scared of. I got my eyes on you and I just can't stop thinking about you. Juni wewe tu who blows my mind off.
'Cause I got my eyes on you. I got my eyes on you.
Mimi nimeshika tu mahali hapa kwa mrenda. All right, we're going to take a short break and we'll be right back.